Listen closely, for this is not just another message. This is the divine call you've been waiting for. Your spirit has been stirred for a reason, and what you're about to read is no coincidence. God has designated July 18th and 19th as crucial moments in your journey. These dates are not mere points on a calendar. They carry the weight of divine urgency, a spiritual threshold, a moment where the supernatural and the earthly align. Elon Musk knows something about you, but it's more than just a passing observation. What's happening within your body, your soul, is not just physical, it is divinely orchestrated. There's a vibration, a deep pull, and your body is responding. This is a turning point, a divine reset. These dates are imprinted with a powerful energy, an energy that only those awake to their calling can perceive. Right now, the air feels electric, and your spirit has been attuned to this moment. You've been chosen for something great, and it's time to step into your destiny. The world may be loud and chaotic, but in this stillness, you hear the call of your purpose. Your obedience, awareness, and alignment are more important than ever. Heaven is waiting for you to step forward, to embrace what's coming, to fulfill your divine purpose. This is a time for you to listen, to act, and to move in alignment with God's plan. The universe is shifting for you, and your time has come. Stay alert, stay open, for the path is about to be illuminated in ways that will change everything. You've been prepared for this, and the next step is yours. The spiritual breakthrough you've been waiting for is at hand. Don't miss this moment. This is your moment, chosen one. Step into your power. Your soul has been waiting to hear this message, so pay attention to it through to the finish. Declare your receptivity to the cosmos if it strikes a chord. In the comments, write the number 777 along with your best wishes. The secret to reviving the divine flow in your life is this proclamation. What has been waiting on the fringe of your existence will start to move toward you when you fervently state your want, triggering the application of spiritual principles. Select one now, give this video a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get started. July 18th and 19th have been designated as holy windows by God. You needed a minute to stop, listen, and realign your actions in divine order. Not because God required a calendar to communicate. In order to activate something that can no longer wait, certain dates have been cut out of regular time. Ignoring this spiritual alarm clock might cost you a whole season of meaning. The selected ones will bear the burden of destiny, not because of what is going on outside, but because of what is being roused within, while others will find these 2 days to be just like any other. Clarity is the goal here, not mayhem. It's about realizing what has always been in front of you. This is a gift that is part of your divine interruption. It may not arrive with the individuals you had in mind or wrap the manner you had hoped, but it will arrive just as it should. Timelines are being realigned by God. It might fall apart in 5 days what was supposed to happen in 5 years. You never know when what you thought was gone may come back. It's divine accuracy, not magic. Write men to feel the peace of the angels and show your support with a super thank you up to $20. Today has been selected to unveil what has been concealed, to reawaken what has been dormant, and to end cycles that have been stealthily draining your vitality. Indeed, some things must come to an end since they have outlived their usefulness in your life. God won't let you go on while pulling things that weren't supposed to be with you into the future behind you. Recognize this, selected one. You are being cautioned to become ready, not to be afraid. We're waking you up to align. When the divine is ready to act, it demands your obedience rather than your convenience. Additionally, during this season, obedience manifests as resignation when your fear tries to resist, stillness when your urge wants to act, and quiet when your ego wants to speak. Your ability to trust something you cannot completely see will be put to the test on July 18th and 19th. They are heavenly checkpoints, opportunities to demonstrate that you are not the person you once were, that you're not the person you had to be to survive, and that you are no longer the person who need approval to believe in miracles. Your spiritual focus will be required throughout these dates. Internal strain, distractions, and nudges will all be there. Agitation is not the same as danger. Sometimes your old attitude starts to resist when God is about to uplift you. Your zone of comfort starts to scream. That's encouraging. It indicates that the appearance of restriction is starting to fade. You weren't supposed to remain little. You weren't supposed to fit in. Furthermore, the heavenly voice that is now more audible than ever before was not intended for you to ignore. The camouflage has become outdated. It's time to be seen by heaven itself, not by the outside world. And this is the time that heaven has set aside for you. God is not asking you to do anything on July 18th or 19th. God is requesting your whole presence. Pay attention to what the surroundings have to say. Observe how various energies affect your body. Keep an eye on who resurfaces in your life at random. Be mindful of the subtleties. Conversations, dreams, delays, and even rejections will all include indications. These 2 days are about daring awakenings, not major pronouncements. By the end of these 2 days, you will have clarity that could only be obtained via divine interruption, even if you may not completely grasp everything right now. You may eventually get the doors you've been pounding on, but they may not be the ones you anticipated. You may get the call you've been waiting for, but it may come from an unexpected source. You may get the answer you have been asking for, disguised as a question to test your discernment. Nothing, not the suffering, nor the uncertainty, not the waiting, will be wasted. Everything is coming together. The needle points, the heavenly thread that weaves your present into your future, are July 18th and 19th. You were picked because you have the ability to hear things that others cannot. You were picked because of your ability to sense emotions that others repress. Additionally, God picked you because He believes in your spiritual timing. Don't minimize the importance of it. Timing is trusted to you. This implies that your part is determined by how well you prepare. Now is not the time to put things off. Signs should not be ignored at this time. Not only are July 18th and 19th crucial, but they are also holy days. They serve as delivery points for acknowledgement, realignment, and replies. You've been pleading with heaven to answer. This is the answer. Not all the time does heaven arrive with a bang. It may come as a nudge, a whisper, or a profound calm that overcomes your dread. Write Amen to feel the peace of the angels and show your support with a super thank you up to $20. These dates will feel that way, like a silent but indisputable crack in your spirit. You'll be aware, because the spirit inside you will spring, reverberate, and rise to notice. You won't need confirmation. Something changed, something was unlocked, something irrevocable occurred, and it always had your name on it. You'll feel in your bones. Therefore, you need to make room both physically and spiritually. Distractions that divert your attention from the signal must be let go. The voice that keeps you questioning what your soul already knows must be silenced. Unbeknownst to you, you have been getting ready for this moment. It wasn't punishment for every lesson, grief, or delay. It was getting ready. They were positioning you for accuracy. The hourglass of heaven is now turning over. The sand is shifting, and a heavenly unfolding is about to begin, and you, chosen one, are at its entrance. The atmosphere surrounding you is different at the moment. It's not a case of anxiousness. It's not anarchy. It's a sense of expectancy. You may feel the Spirit echoing what has already been determined. You sense the weight of prophecy bearing down on your current situation. This is due to the fact that July 18th and 19th are not only near, they're encoded with a supernatural urgency that causes time to bend and mountains to move. You're not just entering a new 48-hour period. Your spiritual awareness has to be activated when you enter a designated season. These are not times to be slept through, chosen one. These are times to get up because the breath of divine timing is about to bring back to life what has been dormant. This will be missed by many. These days, all they will see is routine. They will continue to browse, hurry, and gripe. Not you, however. You sense it. You are aware of it. Something inside of you is saying prepare. And that preparation isn't about attempting to foresee what's going to happen, even if you can't explain it. The goal is to make the container stronger for the object you're going to transport. A healed version of yourself is necessary for the benefit that is on the horizon. a current, dedicated version that has finished waiting for the world and at last recalled the power that was infused into them before they were ever created. If you're prepared to give up hope and begin holding, July 18th and 19th will show you. Behind the scenes, a miraculous rooting is taking place. It's not loss, even if it could seem like things are being yanked away from you. It's a trade. There is no punishment for you. For something stronger, more aligned, and purer, you're being cleaned. Not every door that is closed is a sign of rejection. It's a change of direction. Because while your hands are full of things that no longer match your future, something that is reserved for you won't come. God is preparing you to accept the gift, not simply the blessing itself. Prior to becoming external, the change is internal. Right? Men, to feel the peace of the angels and show your support with a super thank you up to $20. You'll be forced to examine what you have been carrying that you are unable to bring inside for these 2 days. Have the ability to let go. Your life is not in danger. What had been restricting it is gone. Deep spiritual echoes are to be expected on July 18th and 19th. You can notice that you're quieter, more introspective, and more emotional. It's not a sign of weakness. It's waking up. The Spirit conveys insight via silence. You will also get blueprints during these quiet times. What you've been feeling all year long, that your season of hiding is coming to an end, that your quiet is breaking, and that your effect is about to start reverberating far beyond your wildest expectations, will be confirmed by visions, answers, and nudges. Don't undervalue what your soul is whispering to you. Heaven never ignores it, even if the earth does. It's building, and you were made for this crescendo. During this holy window, you will have moments of confrontation with yourself, not with other people. You will have to make decisions between comfort and purpose, between the past and the future, and between the narrative you have been telling yourself and the reality that God is attempting to reveal to you. Making these choices won't be simple. However, they will be required since the urgency extends beyond what is imminent. It's about your inner power, bravery, and wisdom coming to the surface. They're being put to the test for your next phase of life. These aren't times for punishment. These serve as test sites. At this point, the true you starts to show through the facade of delay, perfectionism, and fear. You have to realize that God doesn't disclose set times for amusement. For alignment, He makes them visible. Your actual path is being aligned with you. We're correcting your energy. Your soul is being adjusted to the heavenly frequency. Additionally, anything that doesn't align with your purpose will begin to fade. Permit it. Avoid following what is being released. Don't lament the passing of what prevented you from growing spiritually. In order for your life to ultimately demonstrate the extent of your anointing, you are being awakened. The adversary fears that you will realize how near completion you are, chosen one. Confusion has been so loud because of this. However, the mist is lifting. The sun is coming out these 2 days. This appointment is not being played by God. The preparations are well underway. Angels are already deployed. You're already being presented with confirmations. Additionally, you won't have to ask for a sign. There will be no mistaking it. The message will be unambiguous. To save you from wasting any more time at the incorrect threshold, the doors will either swing wide open or be locked shut. What matters, however, is that you're responsible for how you respond to this knowledge. In love, you've been warned. You've been politely notified. Your compliance now becomes the decisive element. Performances are not scheduled on July 18th and 19th. They have to do with posture. Are you going to pay attention? Are you going to align? When heaven speaks, will you answer? Now allow me to speak straight to your heart. You've experienced too much to ignore what's about to happen. No one is aware of the nights you've wept. When everyone else gave up, you remained faithful. Most individuals would have been crushed by the loads you've borne. You're still standing, still believing, still watching, and still here. All that you went through wasn't in vain. You're not ashamed of those scars. They serve as your signature. And heaven will remind you why it had to happen this way during these pressing days. There is no punishment for you. They're positioning you. It's not breaking you. They're building you. Every hesitation, every delay, and every devil that ever warned you to give up will be silenced by the grandeur that is about to pour into your life. Keep an eye out. Say a prayer. Be there. You must have more judgment than before, because these situations are not arbitrary. These are turning moments. Additionally, tipping occurs quickly. When it begins, you won't have time to get ready. You must get ready before it starts. Make room. Make your heart clear. Be truthful with yourself. What must you let go of? You've outgrown whom? Which dream has been buried, but is pleading to come back? Don't be shy. Don't be modest. This isn't practice. This delivery is divine. Additionally, everything you require is already coming together for you. Something that has been withheld from you up until now is about to be unlocked in heaven. It was because the version of you that could support it had not yet been made public. Not because you were being denied, but you've changed. You're prepared. You're paying attention. Distractions are removed from your life. Most importantly, you're awake at last. Recognize that you have always been selected. Recognize that time is of the essence. And become aware of your inner strength. You're about to experience power that you never thought possible. The first shift on July 18th will be internal. Something will open up inside of you, such as a realization, or a breakthrough in your thinking. And your surroundings will experience a domino effect as a result of that internal change. Don't fight it. Go with the flow. A still voice will tell you, this is the way. Pay attention to it. Don't allow pride to cause you to miss anything. Don't allow fear to stop you. Your entire year could change if you say yes to God on these days. These are groundbreaking times for future generations as well as for you. Not only are you aligning for your own benefit, for your legacy, you're aligning. The purpose of the urgency is not to cause panic. It's meant to help you find serenity. Because the fact is that fear completely vanishes when you connect yourself with what heaven is doing. You don't need to be fully informed. All you need to do is have faith that the person who set these dates has already set the result. We're not excluding you. They're calling you in. This is the reminder you've been waiting for, the sign you've been requesting, and your confirmation. Additionally, these days will become more than simply dates on a calendar if you can maintain alignment, submission, and obedience. They will be significant events in your heavenly narrative. These days, you have gone too far to be careless. Nothing has been overlooked, not even the mountains you've scaled, the tears you've wept, or the prayers you've said in the shadows of your existence. Now you didn't remain still during storms. They polished, redefined, and reallocated you. The reassignment starts at this point. Endings are not the focus of July 18th and 19th. They have to do with improvements. After this visit, the version of you that emerges will not be the same as the one you were before. You will lose something: old hesitancy, guilt, humiliation, and fear. And in its stead, you will be adorned with something holy: bravery, favor, clarity, and spiritual power. In actuality, you have sensed that something has been preventing you from moving forward. You've had the feeling that something spiritual was trapped, despite your best efforts to go on. This is due to the fact that certain changes occur without effort. They occur as a result of encounters. These days, interactions with God are magnificent. Interactions that shift moods, encounters that activate spiritual switches, encounters that unleash blueprints that were concealed till the right moment. And now the designated moment is approaching. No more waiting. No more circling aimlessly. Stop putting up with things that your spirit has outgrown. They're rebuilding the atmosphere, and you're going to experience it on all levels. These days, you'll look back and say that's when it all changed. Your spirit was reconfigured by something unseen, not because a lightning bolt struck your life. It may be a choice you make, a message you get, a person you encounter, or an opening in a door. But you'll be different no matter what it is. You're being brought into harmony with your own self. You are entering the version of yourself that you've been seeing in your visions, dreams, and spiritual cues. That individual is no longer in the future. They're present. Additionally, they reach their peak on July 18th and 19th. Your sense of spiritual urgency is not a sign of impending doom. It serves as a prelude to elevation. Pressure is not the same as punishment. In order for the selected to ascend into their mantle, God often lays weight on them. Legacy is more important here than lifestyle. Your current action will affect future generations. This goes beyond just making you feel better. You need to disrupt the habits that have been ingrained in your family for many years. When you take the appropriate action, a generational gift that has been hanging in the air is ready to drop. You're doing more than simply taking calls for yourself.